have a good quality stream and you're streaming that much and nobody's watching, there has to be something you're doing wrong. You have to be doing your tags wrong, your titles wrong, your thumbnails wrong. YouTube has an algorithm, something that Twitch doesn't have an algorithm. Now Twitch is a lot harder to grow than it is on YouTube. Trust me. Even if you have one viewer, like even if one person pops into your chat and says something, acknowledge that person. Like be excited. Like, hey, like thank you for coming through. Like, like normal human skills, basic people skills. You know what I mean? Because some
Exactly.
people will get on there and stream and just play the game and not even say anything. They'll just be sitting there like not even paying attention to the chat. Like
I can't
I'm
believe it.
very animated when I do my content. Like I'm always gonna talk and acknowledge everybody in the chat. As many, even if there's 200, 300 people in there, I'm gonna try to talk to everybody.
Exactly. Welcome, Vaughn, to the Dat Streamer Podcast, my guy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to have you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. I know we've been waiting for this moment and we here.
Yeah, bro. Like, so we're doing this a little bit different. I'm just hitting record.
Okay.
I'm just starting because basically one of our last guests was just like, bro, just start. And I'm like, okay, we're starting. So here we are. And so basically what I like to do at the beginning of these shows is give the mic away and let you, introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and, what do you do as a streamer, as a YouTuber. Introduce yourself.
My name is Vaughn. I actually have been a content creator for 6 years now. At this point, time has flown. And I've also been a streamer as well. So streaming something that I got into recently, like last year. I streamed throughout pretty much almost the whole year. I streamed a lot of Call of Duty content. That was my main focus when it came to the streaming, was just Call of Duty. And then on my main channel, I had did couples content over the last several years, and like just a variety of content, whether it was prank videos, social experiments, um, mukbang, like food videos, vlogs, challenges, just a multitude of different styles of content that I've done over the years. And here I am today.
And so starting off as like a vlogging YouTuber, what
Mhm.
say again, what year did you start?
I started 2017,
In 17.
2016, 2017. Let me think. Because what is it? It's 2023 now. So
Yeah.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, 2017. Yep.
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
And
would
it
say
was
like,
towards the end of the year.
okay. Yeah. And I would say that's pretty much the hype of vlog content. I was pretty much
Yeah.
consuming all that. I don't know if you know, like um, Timothy Delgado, like
No,
those,
I don't think I. Mm-mm.
okay.
Is that a vlogger as well?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like a comedian. He was like on, Wild 'N Out and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. I
Pretty
never,
cool
I,
guy.
I ain't gonna lie, I never caught a lot of Wildin' Out, but I do know Funny Mike, so and he's on
Yeah.
Wildin' Out, so yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah, but that's really cool. Like tell me what got you into doing this kind of content on YouTube in the first place?
Like both sides, like just content in general, or like the streaming, or like the YouTube
Um
content.
I guess what got you into creating vlog content or just being a
Yeah.
content creator in general?
Well, actually, it's funny because I was actually in school at the time, playing ball and stuff back then. And around that time, I had a my best friend actually, and he's a big content creator today. He has 10 million on his family channel. My
Nice.
my boy Damien from the Prince family, he actually was kind of doing content back then at the time, and he kept telling me that I should do content. And I kind of was really disinterested at first. Like I was just like, I don't know if I really want to do this, man. Like it didn't sound appealing to me because I was too focused on like if I was in school and playing ball and stuff like that. And he kept like, asking me like, hey, you gonna start a channel? You gonna start a channel? So one day I was just like, what, all right, I'm gonna just start a channel. So stop asking me. And we got to that point and I was gonna do the channel on my own. And he was like, I think you should do a couple channel. And me and my girl, of course, we were like at the time, me and her were talking about it, and I was able to talk her into doing the content with me back then. And then we kind of put in a lot of work in the very beginning. I would say we were doing reaction videos. This was before we ever did any pranks or anything. I would say we went probably like 3 to 5 months of just like straight reaction videos, and we were posting multiple videos in a day. Like I would go from like posting 5 to 10 reaction videos every single day for
Wow.
several months at a time. And we because we weren't, obviously we weren't monetized at the beginning, so like you have to hit a certain threshold. YouTube's different today, but when I
Yeah.
started 6 years ago, you had to hit a certain threshold in order to get monetized, which was like, I believe it was like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours or something like that. And we ended up doing it for several months. I ended up quitting my job and just focusing on posting videos all day. And she was still working her job. And we used to like tape our phone to the wall. And like our iPhone was taped to the wall. And then we had our little laptop and we would watch the reactions on the laptop. And then I would edit the videos on my phone. And we did that for, like I said, 3 to 5 months. And then we, we finally seen like our first like check on YouTube. And then
Wow.
from there, we kind of just was like, once we seen like it was a legit thing, we kind of just like went from there and just, created
Wouldn't-
content full time after that. So yeah, it was a process for sure. It took a while. It took a
Yeah.
while when we first started, but hey, it was worth it in the long run though. No lie.
Yeah. I mean, well, you mean you're almost at 700,000 subscribers right now,
Yeah,
which is
and I
wild.
did take like a long break though. Like
Mm,
I took a year off because I went through a lot of stuff like through the pandemic and stuff, losing family and and just things like that, and just going through a lot in my personal life. So I actually have taken a whole year off, but this year in 2023, I'm going to go ahead and get back to posting all the variety of content that I have done over the years, and on top of the streaming on my other channel as well. I'm going to get back to streaming some gameplay over there as well. So
Hey, bet. Well, speaking of streaming, what got
yeah.
you into actually wanting to? So, because you were a vlogging YouTuber, I mean, still
Mhm.
are. You still have that channel, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you jumped over to streaming. What compelled you to do streaming in the first place? I think you started around 2020, right? That was
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So 2020, I kind of pursued it. I did start pursuing it in 2020 actually, and the reasoning behind it was because my little brother that did pass.
Mm,
He passed from COVID-19. He was 20 when he passed. It was the week of his 20th birthday when he caught COVID,
yeah.
and he ended up passing from COVID because he had asthma. And the reason I even went to streaming was because it was something that was heartfelt and personal to me with my relationship with my little brother. He was big on streamers. He loved video games. I've always loved video games too. Just growing up, we always played together as kids. But like he really loved streamers and he always talked about that a lot. And so when that kind of happened, I just kind of felt like I needed something to keep me close in a way, if you will. And I decided to start streaming. And when I went in with the streaming, like I literally just I went in doing it like full time all day, every day. But just having the luxury of I've already been a content creator over the years. So I was able to leave my other channel and just go to a streaming channel and start doing content on there. And I would end up
Mm,
streaming. I mean, I was putting in a lot of hours when I first started, like just like I did when I first started YouTube doing the reactions. I applied the same kind of work, and I was streaming about 7 to 10 hours almost every day, like throughout
wow.
most of the year. Like I would take little breaks here and there, maybe like a few days off here and there, like 3 or 4 days or something like that. And the most I would take off is a week. But that's because like something would be going on that I would have to take off a little time.
Right.
And I was just putting in a lot of work, and I was mainly, like I said, playing Call of Duty, and I was just applying the same work ethic that I did on my main channel over on the Mon versus Everybody streaming channel. But that inspiration came from the relationship I had with my little brother.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it's deep,
heavy.
man. I'm able to talk about it now.
Mhm.
It's been 2 years now. I'm able to talk about it more, and that was also another reason why I even took a year off of YouTube. Just
Yeah.
because personal, that's very personal, and I'm real at the end of the day, and I just kind of needed the time, and I got that time, thank God, and I was able to, do that and pursue that and be happy with what I was doing. So I actually enjoyed it a lot actually on YouTube. So
Yeah. Yeah, and you look like you did. Whenever I'll drop by, you're going in
Yeah.
on warfare. I mean, yeah,
Warzone.
Warzone, bro, like all day, every day. And now I see you doing a little bit more variety stuff.
Yeah.
Like the what was it
The
prodigal
Callisto
Calypso?
Protocol?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying it
yeah.
backwards, but
So
yeah.
I
Mhm.
actually because well the thing is like I was like Warzone is like I was so addicted to it too. On top of like I was actually enjoying Warzone. I was starting to play in tournaments and just having a lot of fun playing Warzone in general, getting content and all of that. But I was also looking forward to Warzone 2.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, my personal opinion, I feel like Warzone 2 really flopped. So I definitely lost interest in Warzone after Warzone 2 came out.
Oh
And I
no.
lost interest in it so much to where I'm like, I'm just gonna start playing other games because although I did enjoy Warzone and I was playing it all throughout the year, um, I kind of stopped playing other games. Like I always have played all the games when I was growing up. I played a variety of games, but when I got locked in on Call of Duty and started doing tournaments and stuff, I just strictly was playing that, nothing else. And of course, whenever you're grinding in something and you want to get better, you got to put in that time to get better in that. And after I feel like Warzone 2 flopped and Call of Duty flopped with this new one, and Modern Warfare 2, I decided that I'm going to start playing other games that I've missed out on. So like stuff like God of War, Ragnarok, the Callisto Protocol, Dead Space. I'm going to be streaming that actually this week. It comes out on Friday this
There you
week.
go.
Just stuff like that. I'm looking forward to like Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, which is like my all-time favorite game right there. Resident Evil 4 remake comes out in March. So I'm about to get back to like a variety of games and I kind of like jumped off the Call of Duty ship. Yeah.
But that's really great. Actually, like right now is like a great time for gamer. Like the amount of games that are coming out in like the next 3 months
Right.
is
It's a lot of
insane.
games.
Insane. I am already broke, so it's horrible. But but like you like said something really cool there, like about
Mhm,
grinding Warzone.
mhm.
Like I for okay, so like in my personal case, I think you already know I'm a variety streamer, so like I stream all kinds of mostly single player story driven games, but I switch
Yeah. Yep.
quite periodically. And I like to know kind of like someone like you who has like a high level of content creating experience. Um,
Mhm.
what is your perspective on like jumping into like a single game and grinding it versus starting to twitch up games and stuff like that? Have you had any like loss in viewership because you're starting to play different kind of games, or
Oh,
how's that?
totally.
Mhm.
Well, when it comes to that kind of stuff, like just from my experience of doing YouTube, when it comes to YouTube, I think in order to get yourself in a specific algorithm, you have to pursue a certain style of content.
Mhm.
Like you can't really grow you can't grow at a fast rate. I feel like from doing a bunch of different things. Like although on my main channel I was doing a variety of content like reactions, pranks, vlogs, challenges, it was still a couples channel at the end of the day. Like they were there for couples content. And when it came to the streaming on Warzone, I actually was growing. I didn't promote this channel at all with my main channel. They didn't even know I was streaming. I just created a whole separate channel and treated it as if that was my first platform I ever had. I didn't want to share it. I wanted to separate the audiences. So I was growing that channel naturally just off of my Warzone streams and Warzone content. And I feel like doing YouTube over the years, when you pursue a certain lane of content, you most likely want to stick to one thing. Now, it's okay to be a variety streamer and do those kinds of things, but you're going to be pulling in bits and pieces from multiple crowds, which is probably going to take a longer time to build that platform and fan base up for those because you're doing content on all kinds of different things. But if you stick to one specific game, you're only going to attract that crowd for like Call of Duty or whatever, that's what I was attracting. Rebirth Island, the smaller map on Warzone 1, I was getting like really good streams, and some of my streams were hitting like 10,000 views,
Wow.
just like from doing like a 6-7 hour stream of nothing but Rebirth Island gameplay. And a lot of people would be coming through and watch. I even had An NFL player followed me and was donating, and we started playing some Warzone together just because he enjoyed the content. He said he was watching my streams, and yeah, it was just a like whenever you stick to one specific style of content, one niche, it's best to just go with that. But it doesn't hurt to do the variety content as well. It's just a lot harder to grow, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree. Everything you said there was very key, and I think in my
Yeah.
experience as what I'm kind of experiencing. I would like to talk to you about Facebook gaming.
Mhm.
But I wanted to say this as a streaming on Facebook gaming, as like a Facebook gaming streamer.
Yeah.
Since I've been doing this kind of variety content, I have not cracked 1,000 subscribers or followers on that platform yet.
On
Most
Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
But I still get quite a lot of viewers on my streams. And quite a lot of new people come through and watch my
Mhm.
streams and will come back repeatedly for like a season. And usually it's because I'm playing a certain game. But once I switch off that game, only the real people, the real people, I guess, right, stay
Yeah,
for the
those
next
that are
game.
there for you definitely will stay when it comes to that. Like when it
Mm,
comes to uh like like you said, your viewership might have dropped playing a different game.
mhm.
Like that, I've experienced that as well. Like obviously I was playing just strictly Warzone, then I play something else, the viewership is way lower. But that's how it is, because like if those that are sticking around to watch you, those are the ones that are gonna watch you no matter what you do.
Yeah.
So you gotta build up you gotta build up both of those, so it takes a lot of time.
Yeah. How long did it? Because like you started in 2020, like
Mhm.
fresh, like this was like zero. And
Yeah,
I know you had influence from your main channel, but how long did it
yeah.
take you to grow to where you are now? Like currently you're at 17,000 subscribers on your streaming
Yeah,
channel.
honestly, it pretty much took that whole year. That whole year of
Mhm.
posting content, I think I only hit like 10,000 like that year. And
That's
then
good. That's
and
very
then
good.
the next year I hit again the other 7,000, but I stopped
Okay.
streaming pretty much when Warzone 2 came out. When Warzone 2 came out back in November in 2022, I wasn't feeling it. I literally gave it a week, and they just changed the game so much. And also I noticed, and I've even noticed other streamers that I know personally.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say any names, but I know a few streamers personally, even one of my friends who was a streamer, and he had 60,000. He would have like 700, 800 viewers in his streams on a nightly basis
Wow.
playing Warzone and Rebirth Island. Warzone 2 got here, Modern Warfare 2 came here, the viewership all around the community dropped because the community as a whole, the viewers did not enjoy Warzone 2 like they did Warzone 1.
Wow.
So like
Whoa.
I've no he hasn't even streamed anymore. Like he told me that he's going to go get a degree in something else and he's not even pursuing it anymore. And I'm like, man, it's really that bad. Like that's how bad Activision did us with Warzone 2.
Ain't no
and
way. I like all the short content I'm seeing. Everybody seems to love it. Like the proximity chat, like content people
That's
are getting
like
out
the
of it.
best feature though, like proximity chat, when that's the best feature, like,
Mm,
the game's not, all of that. Like in the number, like just the community viewership in general for Warzone 2 versus Warzone 1 is
mm,
way down compared to what it was when Warzone 1 was the main title. So,
mhm.
for me, for instance, like I had the luxury of having another channel. Like I just went back to posting content on my other channel. So yeah, I kind of left that too. But like I said, I will continue to stream again, but it's going to be again all the newer games that are coming out. I'm not going to strictly just stick to Call of Duty. I'm gonna just pursue multi content, multi video games, just so I can keep it fresh and have fun. Because like at the end of the day,
Yeah,
when you are streaming, it's one thing to do it and just grind, but if you're not enjoying yourself, then you're not really gonna, you know what I mean? You're not gonna have that passion to keep going if you don't enjoy yourself at the
bruh.
end of the day. So
Facts, facts. It's wild. Because that you say that, like, oh man, you're making me segue all kinds of ways, man. The
yeah.
because like there's so much I want to talk to you about, but like, yeah, the
Yeah.
the passion part. Oh, let me tell you, man. Something happened at some point. So in my journey, on Facebook gaming,
Mhm.
a lot of like different life things happened to me basically. So
Yeah.
I got a new job basically in the field that's like my profession, which is like video.
Yeah.
And then I started a video editing agency at the same time. I had that before I got the job. It was like a 3 week difference. Like the agency took off and then the job took off. And
Yeah.
then I got the job. And then, but at the same time, I had just started streaming, or like I've been streaming all throughout 2020, and then got to that point, and then it started to fall. I started to fall off of it because of how much time I was putting towards the agency on the side of having a full time job.
Right.
And now that I've actually like gotten rid of the agency, I'm trying to focus everything on this YouTube channel. It's so hard to get back into streaming for some reason for me because I don't know what I think it's like the passion is gone. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
Like something about
mhm.
it. But what you said there is like you gotta have the passion or you gotta have fun with it in order to keep
Yeah,
doing it. I think
definitely.
that's really important.
It's
How
hard
would
to put your face on camera when you're not enjoying, you know what I mean?
well the stream the people will know. They will know. Like I've
Yeah, and they'll be able to tell too. Like if you're
oh
down
yeah.
and you're live, like they're definitely gonna be able to tell, like from knowing who you are and watching you for a period of time. So yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of the times when that happens, so I would be like exhausted, right? Like I'm just like, and
Mhm.
I gotta like still edit videos for clients and all kinds of stuff. I'll be exhausted on stream, and the second it shows, my viewer count will just drop. Like people gone, you know what I mean? And
Okay, okay, okay.
that would be kind of discouraging. For you, I guess this is kind of a question for you. In times where you feel like unmotivated in your YouTube journey and in streaming,
Mhm.
how do you get back on your horse to get you know?
Um, man,
That's our question.
I it is a hard question because I mean, of course, like I've definitely, I don't know, man. I've always been the type that I'm just like I'm a persistent person. So if I feel down or like if I feel that something isn't working, like I always am just not giving up and continue to do it. I'm stubborn in a way too. Like if like I always, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to explain because everybody has a different mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with me, I literally I just keep going, bro. Like I keep going. Like I done been through so much, even during my YouTube journey and all of these things, and I've had a lot of things happen, and a lot of setbacks that have happened that were either like I was unaware of these setbacks were going to come my way, or like just random stuff happens here and there. And when it happens to me, like I constantly just like think of the blessings that I already do have, and I'm just like, I'm gonna just keep going, like because I don't want to go back to working a regular job anyway. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to go back to that. Like I've been fortunate enough to do YouTube over the last 6 years and make life-changing money doing what I do. Am I rich or by any means, or am I a millionaire? No, not at all. But for a person my age and for the kind of income that I've made doing YouTube, I'm doing just fine. Like I'm great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, but that doesn't last forever. And I also like know, like if I already have this platform that's here, like I don't want to just leave it sitting there. So even when I do get unmotivated sometimes or I'm feeling down, like I just think like that I think at the end of the day, like I'm still blessed to be even here to be able to do what I'm doing. And I just, find something different to do, or, try to just implement small things that might, bring a little burst of energy back into what I'm doing in that current moment. So I just try to stay motivated at all times, but that's just the mindset that I've always had. I've always been a competitive person, so I even compete against myself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a lot of good points.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it does come down to personality. I think maybe just for myself, I just get in my head too much, and it
yeah.
always freezes me up. I
I've been
hate
there
that,
too, though.
but
Like
yeah.
I've gotten in my head too, and I mean I've definitely gotten in my head. Like I've posted videos before in the past where I felt like the video didn't do what I expected it to do, and I delete the video. But
Mhm.
then I'm just like man, like one of my another content creator I know actually, he instilled in my head when I used to have those kind of thoughts. It's rare when I get that way, but when I have gotten that way, he tell me pump and dump, pump and dump. Drop a video, on to the next video. Like it don't
Okay.
even matter. Just
Mhm.
drop the video. Don't think about the results. Move to the next video. If you drop the video and you leave it there, regardless of how it does, and you drop the next video, that's still more content building up on top of the content you previously posted. So pump and
Huge.
dump is the motto.
Huge, huge. I want to tell you this, like, that's definitely correct. So I have like a mentor for YouTube, that I've been following
Mhm.
for years. He just did like a actual channel audit for me, like a personal one. It
Okay.
was like a 27-minute video. It was huge.
Okay.
But he was
Okay.
like, yeah, he was like, bro, if like you just need to 10x your hustle, like that's it. You just need to 10x your hustle.
Mhm.
And he's like, if you can realistically do 5 videos a week, for the next year. Like he says, like success is a lot closer than you think. The pump and dump strategy you're talking about, I think that is the way YouTube works. Like
Mhm.
I posted like 5 videos in that first week of taking action, like just recently, like 2 weeks ago, and views across the board. I mean, like 10,000 views, like just in that one week, and
Yeah,
this is from like five.
like collectively.
Yeah, like just all
But
together.
see, that's the thing. Like, if you, because I even like with my boy, my boy Damien, he used to always tell me, like he used to always bring up this analogy. He used to be like, if you post, if you post if you post one video a day that averages 1,000 views, that's 1,000 views for the day. But he was like, if you post 10 videos every single day and each video averages 1,000 views, that's 10,000 views for the day. And he used to always say that to me all the time, like
Wow.
just you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
just keep that. That kind of goes to the pump and dump strategy as well. Like, just post the content, man. Like, get it out there, get it up there. Of course, put your time and your effort into the content that you're doing, but also you know go with what's working, when it comes to doing regular content with the streaming. You can go with what's working, but it's easy to get burnt out streaming something that you're not enjoying. But in terms of posting content and videos, if there's a certain strategy that is working for you, just keep going with that strategy. Give the audience what they want to see, and you just follow that route, because it's much easier posting videos, like 10 to 20-minute videos every day, versus sitting in front of a camera for 10 hours and streaming a game that you're not enjoying. You know what I mean? So when it comes to the posting videos, like, you can definitely manage that a lot better than streaming something that you're not enjoying. Totally.
Right. Right, right. Two things I guess on that. The
Yeah.
when it comes to streaming, one of the previous guests talked about content creation and streaming are kind of becoming, well, streaming is kind of becoming more of a content creation focus kind of thing. So are
Mhm.
you seeing that yourself? Like have you been posting like VODs and like, shorts and stuff like that and seeing like a lot of growth from doing that from your streams, or are you just streaming
Um
and not doing any type of videos on that channel?
Well, I started doing videos a little bit, but
Mm.
I really was just growing just off of doing longer streams, because I was
Wow.
I basically thought to myself, like, if I double the amount of time that I'm putting in on my stream, so like if I was streaming 4 hours in a day, if I doubled that to 8 hours in a day, I would have that much more time to be live and gain more viewership. And I also was streaming very late night. Like, I was doing like 10 p.m. to like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
and that's one thing that I ended up following, that because I never thought that there was a night crowd like that on YouTube. But because I was streaming from 6 p.m. to like midnight, and those streams were doing okay. But then when I made the decision to start streaming at midnight to 6 a.m., I seen a drastic change in the viewership and everything. And that kind of like caught me off guard, like, oh, like there's really a night crowd. So in that instance, I kind of went with what was working, but I was also enjoying what I was doing at the time. Um, and I would just say that, like, doing that though, like, I mean, if you double the amount of effort you're putting into it, you're 100% going to see results always. Like,
Mm.
there's no way you can't see results. You know what I mean?
Well, what about for like people who are just starting out and then they're streaming
Hmm.
to like no one? I know a lot of streamers out there who are doing like these 8 to 12 hour
Yeah.
streams to zero people like on a daily, and they're just not getting any type of growth. It could just be like the stream sucks, like like your stream sucks,
Yeah, yeah,
but
it could be that. It could be the quality, because, like, I mean, if you have a good quality stream and you're streaming that much and you're not watching and nobody's watching, you're either there has to be something you're doing wrong. You have to be doing your tags wrong, your titles wrong, your thumbnails wrong. Like something has to be wrong because like and it also depends on the platform you're doing because I know that YouTube has an algorithm, something that Twitch doesn't have an algorithm. Now Twitch is a lot harder to grow than it is on YouTube. Trust me. And Facebook I think is better than like you can grow easier on Facebook than Twitch for sure. Also, like Twitch is the hardest platform to grow on when it comes to streaming. YouTube, I want to say, is the easiest, but Facebook, there's also a lot of Facebook can also be a blessing as well growing on there because it's easy to click a share button. You can't do that on YouTube. You can share it, but you got to post the link somewhere. On Facebook, you can just literally share it to the next crowd. On YouTube, they actually have an algorithm for you to get in though, but you have to figure out what your niche is, figure out your titles, tags, description, all of those things. Put all of those things into full effect in what you're doing, and make your thumbnails appealing because thumbnails play a big part in content on YouTube. Make your stuff look appealing, make it look clean, make it look neat, and then of course, whenever it comes to you actually doing the content, if even if you have one viewer, like even if one person pops into your chat and says something, acknowledge that person. Like be excited. Like, hey, like thank you for coming through. Like, like normal human skills, basic people skills. You know what I mean? Because some
Exactly.
people will get on there and stream and just play the game and not even say anything. They'll just be sitting there like not even paying attention to the chat. Like
I can't
I'm
believe it.
very animated when I do my content. Like I'm always gonna talk and acknowledge everybody in the chat. As many, even if there's 200, 300 people in there, I'm gonna try to talk to everybody.
Exactly. Yeah, that's something I also preach. It's like some people say turn off the viewer count, and I don't personally agree with that because if you
Mhm.
don't know how many people are watching you, how do you address your audience? If
Exactly.
especially starting off. So I know it could be like kind of a anxiety inducing thing when you don't see anybody or you see one person for like an hour and they don't say anything. It's totally fine.
Mhm.
I just be calling people out. I just be like, yo, I see you. You want to say something? And sometimes it's a bot, but it's funny. It could be a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
You could do all kinds of stuff with that. It's like
Right.
especially with Facebook, it's so much fun. But like especially with Facebook, there would be I did a stream. It was actually my largest stream on Facebook was my last stream. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I stopped streaming like a month ago, but like that was
Uh-huh.
my largest stream. I had like 200 and something people in there, and it was just wild. But like,
What?
yeah, Facebook does that sometimes, and I was looking because I was like, are these bots? I don't know what's going on. The chat was
Yeah.
going. People were saying like it was real people. They were I think they're all from South America. I'm not really sure. They just had Spanish
Mhm.
names.
You might have
Which
got like. Do you think you got like? Can you do like raids on Facebook or no?
you can, but it'll notify you if you get raided. And
Oh,
I
okay,
I
okay, okay.
didn't see a notification at all, so it could have been a share, which happens sometimes. Like people will share, and
Yeah.
then you'll get like a nice surplus. Like I had a guy, his name was On Hell. He knows who he is if he's watching this, but he used to share my stream to all the Hispanic like Facebook gaming groups, and I would just get
Mhm.
like 60 to 90 people coming in from all the Hispanic groups, and they would just be going in the chat. It was so much fun. But like, yeah, if you don't know how many people are in your stream, how can you like play a bit or
Address
like
them.
address them even? Yeah, so like spice it up. Like 200 people came into my stream from about like 15 to 30 I had at the time, and it was just like 200, and it was just like,
Yeah.
excuse me, like, yo, hey, there are 200 samurai in here. Hit follow
Right.
and
That's
like,
crazy.
please. Just talk to them. And so yeah, that's a big thing. Even if it's just one person, I
Right.
preach the same
Right.
thing.
Right.
Yeah, just talk to them.
Just be animated, man, and it treat it like like I said, normal people skills can take you a long way. Even in content like YouTube, like you can take the skills that you learn from life and just apply that to any social media platform you're trying to grow on, and it'll take you a long way, honestly.
For
So
sure, for sure. People like personable, like people got like personalities,
right.
people that they can
Right.
relate to. But here's another question for you. About
Okay.
Facebook gaming. I know that that's where you started. I wanted to know, like, what was the reason you wanted to jump over, or not jump over? I'm sorry. What was the reason you wanted to start on Facebook gaming, and then
Yeah,
why?
yeah, go
Oh,
ahead. My bad if I cut you off.
oh, no, no,
What else were you gonna say?
no, no. It was the second question, but and then why did you move to YouTube to stream?
Okay.
So,
Well, the reason I started on Facebook, I just wanted to just try something different. Like I also was hearing about at the time that you can get like money on Facebook as well. Like I already knew how to do YouTube at that point, so I was like, let me try Facebook and see how it is. So I did it. I got monetized on there. I think I was streaming The Last of Us Part One, or was it Part Two? It might have been Part Two. I think that was the first game I streamed on Facebook. Was Last of Us Part Two, and I was actually getting some decent viewership on there, and I was doing it for a little bit. I got monetized on there, seeing what it was about, and then I actually went to Twitch. I wanted to try get monetized on Twitch, see what it was about. I did the same thing on Twitch. Went over there, gained a little following, a few thousand subscribers or whatever, a few thousand followers on Twitch, and I got monetized and seeing what that was about. And then I was just like, I think YouTube, like I've already been doing YouTube for all these years. Like YouTube is really like, and I didn't know that people were streaming on YouTube like that right away either. So once I found out that YouTube gaming was actually a thing, I left Twitch as well and then went over to YouTube because I'm like, like the thing I like about YouTube again is the thumbnails. Like
mm,
you don't have thumbnails on Twitch or Facebook. On YouTube, thumbnails can take you a long way. Like I've been doing this for years, so I know a certain thumbnail how it looks can make a million people click. You know what I mean? So when I was like, let me just go back to YouTube, I went back to YouTube and I was just streaming on there with the specific thumbnails, making bright colored images. And I honestly just felt that YouTube still was the best platform for me personally, in terms of like chances to grow. Like I feel like YouTube again gives you the most opportunity to grow a platform, which is
mm,
why it ultimately went back there. But for as far as Facebook and Twitch, I was really just testing the waters just to see like if I do the same thing I did on YouTube on here, what's the turnout going to be? And I think at the end of the day, YouTube still was the king.
yeah. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. That's kind of like what I did too. Was starting out was I saw Facebook was popping and then tried it
Hmm.
and turned out to be good. I actually was doing the thumbnail thing, the YouTube thumbnail thing on Facebook in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it did anything. When I stopped doing it, I noticed that my viewership went up. So I'm not really sure if I don't know. Like I'd rather be on YouTube. I've been trying to make that transition for a while by
Yeah.
multi-streaming, and it's slow. I think I have to for YouTube. I think you have to like dedicate a lot of the YouTube strategy to it in order to make it
Hmm.
work. So that's posting videos and doing like shorts and stuff like that, as well as your your streams to
Yeah.
really make that work. But from zero, which is really interesting in your case because you said all you do was pretty much stream and you don't really post too many like VODs, right? Like
Yeah,
you never
yeah, I
post.
didn't post a lot. Well, at least like I had like a playlist for my streams, and I would call them live stream VODs. That was like my, and then I kind of would post videos a little bit, but not a lot. Like because I don't know, I just kind of was just like it, I like it. But another thing though, when it comes to the streaming though, is you can get content out of your stream. Obviously,
Yep.
like
Yep.
you can be playing a game and record 20 minutes and get a gameplay, and that's kind of I started doing it a little bit, but I was just too focused and on entertaining people, I guess I could say, throughout my live stream to where I wasn't really 100% focused on the content. I was focused
Mm,
on the audience that was watching me and engaging with them in the moment. So I guess like I wouldn't be able to get the best quality content out of it because of how I was approaching it and what my main focus was at the time when I was doing so.
yeah. No, no, that makes a lot of sense. Like, uh, I keep bringing up previous guests just because like they dropped a lot of value in their things. But
Yeah.
yeah, he one of our guests was saying, yeah, like he would actually stop like he will address his audience and be like, hey, I'm about to shoot like a short right now, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
like stop addressing you guys for a minute and just do the short real fast, and then he will go through his video that he planned like pre-streamed or something like that. That would take like 3 or 4 minutes, and then
Mhm.
and his stream, like, his audience are dope. But that's like a really cool strategy that people do in order to make like VODs and stuff like that in the middle of their streams.
Yeah.
Because
It's kind of like recycling like your content. Like it's pretty much like you're basically using the content and making double the,
oh
I guess, like revenue off of the content
oh
in a
yeah,
way because you're reusing it. So yeah,
yeah
it's a smart strategy.
this is basically what I'm doing with this podcast.
Yeah,
um,
right, right.
they're not
Ain't nothing
live.
wrong with it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it, man. It's called like mothership content. So basically, you make like
Mhm.
something that's really long, and then you take snippets out of it. The Joe Rogan strategy, whatever you want to call it, but it's pretty
Yeah,
much like that. I think it's super cool. Like it just takes a lot of the work out of it, really. The hard work to like
right.
stream for 6 hours or so, and then now you got to shoot a video, and now you got to edit, and then you got to stream again, and your life is feels like you never leave the office. Like my life
Right.
is here. So
You're in
it's,
there
it's
all day, literally.
yeah, pretty much. And it's like, well, if I could just stream and cut content out of that, that takes like 50% of it away. Um,
Right.
but let me. So I'm flowing, but I really want to like make sure that I'm I haven't even looked at my questions, bro, for a hot minute, and this we're like going.
Right.
But so I pretty much asked you about your journey. I pretty much ask you what are we at? So I wanted to ask you a little bit about like what is your plans for like streaming in general. So like stream actually
Mhm.
both your YouTube channel long term and like your streaming long term. Do you see yourself gr- going up the ranks of YouTube gaming with your channel or with your main channel? Do you see like merging these two audiences or doing anything with that? Like, what do you see as like the future?
Well, I kind of, in a way, I guess you could say I might merge my audiences because I'm going to be doing a lot of content that I used to do, like because, like I said, I took a year off, but I'm getting back to doing the content that I used to do in terms of vlogs, social experiments, and maybe like some skits and some new kind of content that I haven't done, also that I'm going to be trying out and bringing onto the channel, onto the
Nice.
main channel. And then I'm also going to be probably letting those people know that, hey, I'll be doing live chats and live streams on my other channel, and but but like since I'm going to be doing the main content on my big channel, that's going to be the main focus. So I probably won't stream as much on the smaller channel, but I will be active on that channel as well throughout the week. And also, like I said, I'm kind of waiting for some of the new titles to drop. So like my first new game that I'm going to be playing of this year is the new Dead Space, which comes out on Friday. So I'm actually gonna looking forward to playing that. I know it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm definitely gonna enjoy that. So I'm probably gonna be sending people over to that channel, like, hey, I'm live on this channel. Come through if you guys want to enjoy some of this gameplay, or maybe even sometimes just get on, maybe react to some videos on stream, or just chat on stream as well. Maybe do a challenge on stream. I'm gonna be bringing just I'm gonna it's strictly gonna be live streams, but it's gonna be a lot of different kinds of content, I guess you could say.
Mm. And how has your like audience reception to that been? Um, like
To
stre-
to the streaming?
yeah, to like jumping off of Warfare. I'm sorry, Warzone, and then going to do like variety streams. Like,
Oh, well, well, the audience is definitely a lot different because,
mm,
again, like they really love the Warzone and Rebirth content, but when the new content came out, the new game came out, a lot of people weren't messing with it. So before I even jumped ship to switch to doing different games, the viewership had already lowered in itself, just because the community collectively, the viewership had lowered a lot everywhere anyway. So it's just pretty much something like you got to take on the chin and like, all right, well, I'm just gonna, continue doing, some whatever makes you happy again, and pursuing it and trying to build an audience up for, I guess, a variety of different things, and
mm,
just whatever it is that you want to, focus on, mainly lock in on. So yeah,
okay.
it's definitely been different, but it's just an adjustment. Nothing that I can't handle. So.
I'm not used to okay, bet. And so like kind of you're kind of starting. I wouldn't say starting from zero, but it kind of leads me to my
Mhm.
next question. Is like, it's kind of something that I can. pretty much ask at the end, but it's
Hmm.
like a question like if you were just starting from zero today, say like streaming and YouTube, like
Yeah.
just the whole content creation journey from zero, what would you do if you were just starting today? Like with everything going on today, like Chat GDP, GPT, I always say GDP, like
Wait,
AI,
is that
the
is
AI
that a
bot,
what is a? Oh, okay, okay. Wait. What is that?
GPT. You haven't heard
Yeah,
about it
what is
yet?
that? Mm-mm.
Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, that might be the thing that we throw up on the media thing, bro. I'm excited. I'm happy. Let's go. I haven't talked about this on the channel as the time of this recording, but it's like an AI bot or AI chat bot. But
Hmm.
it's legit. Like the wow, it's so hard to explain. Basically, it's been trained on all the data on the internet from
Hmm.
like kind of limited up to like 2021. And you can ask it pretty much any kind of question and it will give you like a response in like a human tone. Um,
Okay.
so think of it like, kind of like the Axe Jeeves, kind of like, I don't know if you know, like the ask.com kind of thing where you can like ask a query
Yeah.
and it'll give you like the answer. Think of that,
Yeah.
but this times 20 billion and like, and like think of it like the smartest kid in the room that that
Uh-huh.
knows everything, like knows the answers to every and anything you ask
So
it.
is it like Google on steroids?
Yeah, yeah, it's like Google on
But
steroids.
in a bot form though.
It doesn't sound like a bot. It's like it
Oh,
sounds like a person.
yeah. Okay.
It
Okay. Oh,
talks to
that's
you,
crazy.
bro. It's sick.
Oh, that's
It
crazy. That's
can't.
crazy.
Yeah, it's all text based, so like it can't say anything. But I mean, like it's AI, so it's constantly learning. It remembers your like old prompts. Like it remembers your conversation. It can tell you jokes. I mean, like it can go back and
So it's
forth
kind
with
of gonna give
you.
you that feeling of like Jarvis in the Iron Man suit,
Yeah, yeah.
in a
That's
way.
that's exactly what I mean. Like you could tell it to do a lot of different things, and it
Okay.
just does
Okay.
it and it works. If I can throw it
That's
up, I
definitely.
could show you real fast. Maybe I can do it. But yeah, it's wild. I'll show you like a little example of my prompts. I just haven't done it and I haven't done a video on it. But
Hmm.
it's a great tool. Those are my notes. It's a great tool for streamers or content creators because you can get it to ask you, or you could ask it like content creation ideas.
Yeah.
And here we go. Let me throw this. So this this is actually an algorithm, or not an algorithm. I was asking it how to set up like a video editing software company
Yeah.
to like really specific things. Like I'm using Wix website and I'm like, how do I use Wix with Stripe and add like a credit system? And it just gave me the answers. It was just like, yeah, so like there's a few ways you can keep track of clients. I mean, like you can do this, this, and that. First thing you want to do is do this. First thing you want to do is do that. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty small.
Yeah. It's a little small, but I'm following along for sure.
Bro, yeah, yeah, it's sick. And then like there's like it saves your conversation. So like here's streaming on no, hold on, wait. Live controller. What was I doing with these ones? I was looking for like something. So I got video ad scripts on here. I asked it to like write me a video sales letter. Um
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
all
Wait,
kinds
so
of stuff.
like,
Oh,
are
it
you
doesn't.
assigned? Like, is this something you pay for, or?
No, it's free. It's wild.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is some wild stuff.
And like, so like the one that, okay, so
I
like
remember.
this one that you have, right? Does it have a name? Is it like specifically assigned to you forever through an email or like?
Yeah, so you got to create an account. And
Okay.
then when you create an account, you can't don't say like you're a creator or a journalist or something like that, because then you have to like email them. But you just say you're using it for fun,
Mm,
and you could just play around with it. I'm trying to get my video ideas for here we go. So like this is wild, bro. So like the prompts is everything. So the prompts is
mhm.
literally everything. So how you ask it questions, it gives you better answers. Here I
Okay.
said, I'm a small YouTuber with 4,000 subscribers, which is me. I make videos helping people how to stream on a budget and grow their streams on YouTube. So I'm like giving it my whole entire thing, right? Then I'm like, give me
Right.
52 video ideas that are SEO rich and likely to grow my channel to 100,000 subscribers. And then here it goes. It's like 10 cheap streaming setups for under 50 or under $500. You know, how to choose the best streaming equipment. Like these are ideas, but I can easily turn these into
Yeah.
titles too. So like
Right. Right.
since it
That's
remembers the
crazy.
shit, I'm about to do this live. Actually, oh shoot. Okay, no, I said give me 20 more unique ideas, but and they can't be the same as the last ones you listed. It kind of gave me the
Hmm.
same ones, but that's pretty cool. I can say like it remembers, so I can say like take number one, right? Let me see, number one, and make it a title. Full title, right? And
Oh
now
no, you're fine.
it's giving me what is it? It says, ha, it took so I told it to take this one up here, streaming on a budget, 5 creative ways to save money. And then I said, give me a title out of that that's clickable. And
Is
it
it
says
still
streaming on a
typing?
budget. Yeah, I was still typing. Um, it said, note the above title is a clickable. The above title is a clickable title. It is a good way to make your videos stand out in search results, as it includes a clear and compelling topic, keywords, and it's clear and catchy. Like it's giving you reasons, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and they're real. And the only caveat with this is sometimes it might give you misleading or wrong answers about certain things. But
Yeah.
it's pretty so far.
Innovative is what it sounds like.
Well, people are saying this is it. Like this is the
The next
start.
thing.
Yeah, this is the start of like our whole way of living is about to change because this if this thing is so this far advanced, I mean it can give you code, my guy, like to code a website. Like just like
What?
it can give you game code. Like I don't know, bro. Like
Let me find out. It can give you the blueprint to success. That's crazy.
I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know. I've never done this prompt, but I'm just gonna like give me a game code. But it gives you like codes, so that you can make a game. And people have done it. They've made like, their own games from this thing. It's not perfect, but it's
Hmm.
incredible. And they've
But it's the
also,
fact that you can even get that far doing that. You know what I mean?
yeah, it just gives you straight code. It's like
That's crazy.
wild. People have made like automated bots from here. They've made like automated bots to predict like market trends. So like they've made
Hmm.
a trading algorithm with this, and for tweaking it over and over again. But it spits you out like a algorithm. Like somebody did this. It was pretty crazy, but somebody did this, and they won their trades 60% of the time. They got it to get to that close where they're winning trades 60% of the time in the stock
That's
market.
crazy.
Yeah, with the code that this thing gives them, and I'm like, what? So people are going crazy with this. I've been going crazy with.
I'm not gonna
I've
lie. After we get done, I might have you send me the link so I can check it out.
yeah, yeah, you gotta be on this. This is game changing. Definitely something that will. The AI is wild. There's AI that does thumbnails now too on prompts, which is
Wait, like wait,
indistinguishable.
wait, wait. They make the thumbnail
Yeah,
for
there's
you?
I can't remember the site. Somebody watching this is gonna know what I'm talking about, but the site basically you give a prompt of like what you want the thumbnail to look like or what you want the photo to look like, and it can give you
Uh-huh.
that thumbnail image that you type in like 5 different ways. And I mean, it just
Is
makes
this something you pay for?
I don't think the thumbnail one you pay for. I don't think that one's. I think that one's free too.
That's
Uh,
crazy.
yeah. Like so, like graphic design. Like there's a whole thing with like graphic designers and artists who are just like pissed, like really upset about this kind of thing because people are like making art and they're selling it,
Right.
and
Right, right.
it's wild. But
That's
yeah,
insane.
this thing it just told me like it can't do what I just asked it, but it's because I asked it so generically wrong. Like this prompt's not gonna work. But basically you can get it to spit you out code for website, all kinds of stuff. I'll
That's
send you that
insane.
link though. Maybe I'll
Sounds
put
good.
it into
I definitely gotta check that out.
yeah, but like without that, like the future is here. Like what was my question? I totally forgot. But like, because like ChatGPT makes me excited. I'm gonna definitely do a video on
Right.
it. But I'm trying to bring back up my here we go. So like, I was asking you kind of like the oh, yep, it totally. Do you remember? I totally
No,
lost it.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Right? This thing is so revolutionary. It's just like, hold on, drop everything, bro. Stop the podcast. Wait, we gotta figure out what this thing is.
You were about to ask me something. You said like it was like the question you normally ask like towards the end.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Right, right. So if you were to have to start from zero, right, today with ChatGDP, and all the stuff, the tools that are like new to creators today, how
Mhm.
would you go about like getting back to like your first 1,000? Yeah, let's just start there. Like your first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, streaming, and doing YouTube content. If you could tell yourself like from the future, your past self,
Yeah.
like how to do it, what would you sell?
Um, man, if I could tell my past self, man, I honestly would just be. I guess I would just be motivational to myself, like telling myself that like even if things don't look like they're gonna like go the way that you're kind of hoping or want them to, just apply that pressure and be disciplined and stick to um stick to pursuing what it is that you want to do, because if you don't do it, you'll never find out how far you can really go, and you'll let opportunities slip away from not taking chances, taking risk, or even not even believing in yourself. You know what I mean? So like honestly, like I would just preach that motivational factor into myself, even though I already have that. But like it never hurts to try to instill it inside of you even more in a way. So, I mean, that's honestly probably the best advice that I would give myself is just, a like even if it doesn't look like it's a possibility, do it until you make it become a possibility. You know what I mean?
Beautiful,
I'm
bro.
kind of old school in a way. I'm kind of old school in a way, man. That's just how my parents raised me. So
Yeah,
I'm kind of like that. I'm a '90s baby, so
same, but beautiful, man. Like that, I think I actually needed to hear that myself. Like
yeah, man. Yeah, you
for
just
sure.
gotta go for it, bro, and just don't get discouraged, man. Like
Mhm.
because if you don't, the next person will. You know what I mean? Like the
Man,
opportunity that you let go away, that opportunity goes to the next person. So you just kind of gotta just tough it out, man. Tough it out.
mm, I feel that. Well, man. On that note, we're coming up close. That's excellent, man. That's an excellent answer. I love that. Where can people find you, Von, and like your socials, and all that good stuff?
Yeah, my YouTube is Vaughn's POV. I'm almost towards 100,000 or 700,000 subscribers, and then I also have my streaming channel Vaughn versus Everybody, or close to 20,000 on there. I will be active on both channels throughout all of 2023, posting content. And then my Instagram is Vaughn's POV underscore. If you guys want to check me out over there on Instagram, I don't post a lot on there, but I do engage with the community through my Instagram stories and stuff, posting stuff like throughout my life that I'm doing and things like that. And yeah, man, and same thing as my Snapchat, Vontae KD with 2 Ys on Snapchat. And if you guys want to keep up to date with me, that's where you guys can find me.
Nice, excellent. And follow this guy. He's funny when it comes to well, when you're playing Warzone, bro. I don't know how you got so good at that game, but like the
Oh
way
yeah,
you
that's
move.
because I was putting in that time, man. I was putting in that time. Like I went from, and I also switched to PC, so I got an
Okay.
FOV too with Warzone. So but Warzone, it came to all it came down to was me putting in 10 hours a day versus 5 hours a day, and just those reps and consistent engagements on the game just got me a lot better quickly over time. So
Yeah.
just like with anything in life, man, you pursue it, you continue to do it, and you're consistent with it, you're gonna see results no matter what. So,
No matter what. That's right. That's right. Well, that's something I'm gonna have to be doing myself because I am so inconsistent. It's like a problem for the last 3 years.
we've all been there though, man. We're human, so we've all been there for sure.
Yeah, shiny object syndrome, man. Ugh, gotta love it.